Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different, but I thought it would be fun to do a video like this considering I have a lot of footage for it. I thought I would take you along to show the process of me working on landing a new jump. I have a lot of footage like this for the axle and I never made a video about it, so I could always do that as well, but this video is specifically focusing on my double salchow. For those of you that don't know, I did recently just land my first double salchow, and ever since then I've been landing at least a handful every day that I work on it. I did hurt my hip, so I haven't worked on it in a few days, but I signed up for Skate St. Paul to do level 4 jumps, which I don't want to say I'm slightly regretting that decision because it's really good. I do want to push myself, and level 3 was just too easy because I've done that before. I mostly wanted a chance to practice my single axle and then my 3 jump combo with the axle included in competition before I start doing my free skate program again, which, side note, I still don't know what I'm going to do for this season. I might repeat my last free skate, I might do something new, haven't really decided, but level 4 for jumps was the only option for that, and since they got rid of the adult track, like the separate adult track from the standard track, the double jump is no longer optional. I don't have to do, but I've signed up, so I decided I've landed that double. I could always start working on double toe, but this competition is in like a week and a half, so I think I'm gonna go with the double salchow, and we're just gonna hope that I land it on one foot. I don't even care if it's fully rotated. I would just love to try my first double in competition ever. So with all that being said, let's get into me practicing some double salchows, and I'll kind of narrate the whole process. I thought I would start off the video by showing a double salchow attempt I made literally right after landing the first one, just to show you that progress is not linear.
Okay, I literally just landed one on one foot. Can I do it again in the next 6 minutes, please?
So this was me the night that I was determined to land it on one foot again, and I'm really glad I did because I got at least like 5 or 6 under rotated but still really good. So basically I would do a single and then I would jump into a backspin, and then here I would just go for it. At this point I finally figured out what to mentally think about once I finished the 3 turn to jump up into the air, and it was working pretty well. Like, even though they weren't fully rotated, I would rather land on one foot than have a fully rotated jump, to be honest. I was genuinely so happy because it does take a lot for me to land just something on one foot even if it's under rotated, which is why my jump process is more landed on one foot under rotated to drill in the 1 foot landing, because it does hurt a lot when you put force down on the other foot, hence why my hip hurts. But yeah, this is a better visual representation of, mind you, I had like 10 minutes left on the session, and the ones that are more rotated, I am definitely falling on those because I don't have the core strength / I haven't. It's like a different, if you've done axles and doubles before, you understand that like your brain eventually gets used to the feeling of when you should check out. And since it's a new jump, I haven't fully figured it out. You know, like I'm either checking out too early or I'm checking out too late. I essentially spent the last 5 minutes of this session just trying to drill in, land on one foot no matter what to myself, so I could hopefully get the feeling or like get over the mental fear of doing this jump before I like take a break for a few days and come back. Jumping ahead a few days, this was me working on it again Monday or Tuesday, and now I've been doing a single axle in between some of the sets of the single and then the single into the backspin. And so this is me going through the process of the single, and then I'm going to do the single into the backspin. And then because I hadn't done it in a couple days, I just thought that I would basically do a salchow bell jump landing forward, and like a really under rotated double salchow. You can tell that I'm like super open in the air, but this does help me get over the fear of like landing on one foot. I don't know, jumps are really scary. I'm not gonna lie, my hip kind of was in pain because I didn't hurt it from skating, but I think skating made it worse. So you can kind of tell in these morning sessions that just mentally I'm a little too afraid to commit to the jump, which is honestly okay. I think that needs to be normalized a lot more, where like you will have good days and you will have bad days, and that does not mean you're a bad skater at all, but it can definitely be frustrating as a skater. And this last attempt here is what hurt the most, and then I decided I was done, at least for the morning, but I did end up going to a different session. I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit because I landed like 5 and then I waited a little bit and then I decided to film them, and I should have just started filming once they were going because I immediately set up my camera and I lost it. This is the closest I ever got and I fell. I 1000% probably should have gone home because I was getting tired and things were just getting worse, and this session is essentially how I ended up like hurting my hip, I'm pretty sure, because I kept smacking the left leg down onto the ice because I was too afraid to land on one foot. So I should have just packed it up and gone home. This is a message to all you skaters that there's always another day, always another session. don't be like me, because then I couldn't do double salchows for the rest of the week after this. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I will give you an update on kind of how the double salchows are going leading up to Skate St. Paul. I have given my left hip quite a bit of a rest. I've done ice packs, heating pads, so hopefully I can do a couple this week. And my strategy to practice double salchows will be to practice severely under rotated ones on one foot and work my way up to hopefully fully rotating it or getting really close to fully rotating it on one foot, because smacking my left leg into the ice hurt my hip so much, and I think I'm just gonna keep doing it, and then it's gonna cause a cycle of being afraid to actually go for it. So I'm gonna try and correct everything now that I'm feeling better. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Definitely make sure you subscribe to stay up to date so you can kind of see the whole double salchow progress. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.